Hello everyone, it's Darkseeker here again. Welcome back for another video. Now today we're trying out two different Druid decks on the Wild Mode ladder. We're trying out Malygos Druid and Jade Druid. Now, Malygos Druid is certainly a fun deck. It's combo orientated, of course. And I remember a few months back when I ran a PAX giveaway, and I asked everyone, in order to be in for a chance to win PAX, tell me what your favourite deck is. And Malygos was the common defining theme from all of your responses. People love Malygos, and I love Malygos too. It's just that I think it could take a reasonable amount of skill to navigate these decks. I think, of course, as time has gone on and expansions have been released and new cards have been added, it's perhaps become a little bit easier to play these combo style decks because of the new tools that you've been offered. But there's still a relative amount of skill needed, but particularly against aggressive decks where you have to make decisions regarding whether you use your burn spells to kill those small, pesky, annoying aggro minions, or whether you save them up for later turns in order to combo with Malygos. I mean, there's skill needed, certainly, and a bit of luck too. Dirty Rat is always an issue when you're playing combo decks. Thankfully, you don't see that as much. Anyway, the other deck I'm playing is Jade Druid. I used to be a massive fan of Jade Druid, and then right about that time people started playing Skulking Geist, which made me very sad. You don't tend to see Geist much anymore, so maybe it's fine for Jade Druid to make a bit of a comeback. So we're trying out both decks, one game for each, and I'll give you my thoughts on which one I prefer at the end of the video. Notice that in the Malygos deck we're playing double Faceless Manipulator, which does increase that damage massively, particularly for classes that armor up. So let's have a look now at the Malygos deck in action. So we're going up against a Warlock, and it's probably going to be either a Cube Lock or Arena Lock. Now, we're incredibly lucky here. We have all of our ramp in hand. Well, not all of it, but a good amount of it in hand. And you see Jade Blossom there in our hand. We're not a Jade deck, but Jade Blossom is still considered decent ramp. And I could have been mana efficient there. I could have spent all of my 4 mana, but I made the decision that ramping was more important. I don't know. Okay, now I can open summons. Ah, okay, and I can hero power. So there's the Doomsayer. This is interesting. This is interesting. Usually you'd expect Oaken Summons to summon a 3/6 taunt. In this instance, it's Doomsayers. Fair enough. It's bought us a little bit of time. He didn't develop anything. Not that we're doing anything productive with our time. We're just hero powering and chilling. Double Spreading Plague in hand, just to annoy him at some point. Oh god. So, he plays the Emperor. I haven't seen that card played for quite some time. I suspect that we need to kill that. Because otherwise, he'll get so many discounts, he'll just start playing out his hand. Sure, we have Spreading Plague for a couple of turns, but he'll burn through that. And then we're just dead before we even draw into Malygos and our combo pieces. Unleash me. Okay, Despicable Dreadlord. This looks like some kind of arena lock to me. So we're going to use a combo piece here. We're going to use a combo piece. Faceless Manipulator, sure. Well, you know, we've got another one in the deck, so we're not too sad. But I think here, just taking control of the board seems more important. And this is where that important decision making comes into play. You know, do you use your combo pieces? Do you use your burn spells in order to survive? But to what extent do you do that? For those of you that are experienced players of Malygos decks, and given how many of you that watch my videos love Malygos and have communicated that to me in the past, I'm sure there are a lot of Malygos experts out there watching this video, and you've probably counted a number of misplays already on my part. Because, to be honest, I don't know what I'm doing with this deck. I don't play Malygos decks very often, so this is really this was a fun experience for me, certainly.
Your magic shall not.
So of course he has the answer to the Doomsayer, and he's loading up the board here. Seems correct to me. Okay, that's something, I think. Aviana, at some point in this game, will do some work for me. But I'm not in a good spot here. I'm really not in a good spot. Those taunts aren't going to be doing much to protect me. He can easily kill 2 of them. If I had 7 of those, or even 6, I'd feel a lot safer. But there's only 3 on board. Yeah, look at him go. This dude even plays Death Lord. Wow. I mean, I'm not in danger of dying at this point. Not just yet. Oh, that's really useful. So I don't think I should be too scared here. And I don't think I want to blow my second Spreading Plague just yet. I think that's worth keeping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to widen this board out. So we're setting up for the next Spreading Plague. Although Ultimate Infestation is in hand, and it will be playable next turn. I won't mill or overdraw. And Ultimate Infestation could draw me into Kun, it could draw me into Malygos, could draw me into a little bit more burn. So now I have to make a decision. Next turn, is it Ultimate Infestation or is it Spreading Plague? How afraid am I of dying? See, this is the question. If I don't Spreading Plague on my next turn, how afraid am I of dying? My health total is now getting pretty low. So I think I'm still okay to do this because I get the armor. I don't think he can burst me down from here. And that UI was okay. I'm drawn into Malygos. That's another combo piece. Oh my god. Oh. Well. Well.
Trust me.
That's game over. That's it. That's game over. How do you win from here? How do you win from here? Unbelievable. And that's what you fear. You fear Dirty Rat. Well, he had Bran, Dirty Rat. That's disgusting.
The circle of life is over.
I can't win from here. Or can I? Oh, hello. Yeah, sure, take Kun too while you're at it.
At last.
Yeah. Double Kazakh's potion. We're not winning this game. So, Malygos Druid didn't quite work out for me. Was that bad luck? Just facing what was essentially a Reno lock, I think? Was that bad luck? I don't know. There are more Reno locks now on the ladder than before. I think with Cube Lock being nerfed with Dark Pact, I think some more people are moving towards Reno Lock, and Dirty Rat is a staple card in Reno Lock, I guess. So I've played a few games with this Malygos Druid. I haven't had a great amount of success. I've just had situations where, you know, even aggro decks have just been able to burst me down. Paladins in particular, I'll tell you what's annoying with Paladin. You can clear the dudes, you have swipes, you can use your burn spells like Living Roots and Moonfires to kill dudes. They just refill the board with more dudes, and then they Sunkeeper Tarim a wide board and kill you before you can kill them with your Malygos combo. So yeah, I've not had a great amount of luck. Right, Jade Druid. This is the other Druid deck that I wanted to try, and you know, in the past I've had success with Jade Druid. Poison Seeds is an interesting inclusion in this deck, although there's no Mossy Horror. Previous iterations of Jade Druid that I've tried and showcased on my channel have had Mossy Horror. There's no Mossy Horror in this deck, which I find interesting. I guess, I don't know, Mossy Horror was particularly good against Paladin decks, or just any aggro decks that played low attack minions. Also combos well with Poison Seeds, of course, too. So I don't know, is there room for Mossy Horror in this deck? We'll see. So, you know, let's see how this Jade Druid fares, and we'll compare it then to the Malygos Druid, and at the end, we'll decide which Druid deck we're into. Okay, so this is a Rogue. If it's Kingsbane Rogue, I'm going to be very, very sad. I don't like playing against Kingsbane Rogue. I don't think on Wild, I don't think Kingsbane Rogue is rated especially highly on the tier list. But I always struggle against it. And I struggle because they always seem to draw Kingsbane early, and then they buff the weapon up, and then they get Leeching Poison. I think that's what it's called. It's the healing thing. And then no matter what big threat you play, they just keep face tanking it and healing for ridiculous amounts. And then I just find I can't win. And they never go to fatigue because the Kingsbane keeps rotating in, you know, in and out of the hand, back into deck, back to hand, and so on and so forth. So they never fatigue. And with a massive weapon that heals, unless you can develop a wide enough board that can kill them in one turn, or, you know, maybe 2 turns, depending on how much that weapon's healing for, unless your board can be substantially wide enough with big enough minions that can do substantial damage to face, you can't win. And so that's the situation that I find myself in with Kingsbane Rogue. It's just a massive struggle. With aggro decks, if you're playing an aggro deck, you can kill them quickly before they can get Leeching Poison, before they can start board clearing, you know, with Blade Flurries and whatnot. So I do have success with aggro decks against Kingsbane Rogue, but playing slower control style decks, I tend to find that sometimes they can just outvalue me into the late game. Maybe it's me playing it wrong, I don't know. So with the Malygos Druid, Oaken Summons brought out Doomsayers. In this Jade Druid, we get 3/6 taunts. And in this situation, that's not too bad. Unless he can kill it, of course.
There once was a man from Gilneas.
Okay, that's not too bad. This pressure that we're putting on early now, this is substantial. This is how you beat a Kingsbane Rogue, if it's a Kingsbane Rogue. You pressure them to the point where they can't buff the weapon up massively. They can't... Oh, yeah, there it is. There's the Shiny Finder. You pressure them to the point where they can't buff the weapon up massively, can't attach Leeching Poison to it in time, and just kill them quickly. It's as if we're an aggro deck here. It's as if we're an aggro deck. But we've just got very fortunate with our ramp. We've just got very fortunate with the minions. Aya is massive here. That 5 damage is huge if we send it face. Ferocious Howl's not going to do much, but it is card draw. And hey, drawing 1 card in this situation could be game defining. Why is he sapping the injured one? Why not sap the healthy one? Oh, okay. He's desperate to get rid of the taunts. And I guess you wouldn't sap Aya in this situation. Just she summons another Jade Golem. Okay. Just gonna continue the pressure here. He's nearly dead. He's nearly dead, and if these minions can connect face for one more turn at least, then let's see, 7, 8, 11. It's close. It's close. Not quite lethal, but it's very close. He hasn't even buffed his... Oh, okay. There's the weapon buff. Does he get the leeching poison? No leeching poison, which means you probably lose. Wow, face tanking. Put yourself into lethal range, why don't you? Wait, what? The ordering... That didn't make sense. He could have healed. He could have healed. This dude is rank 1. What's going on? I mean, I know I shouldn't be critical. I make mistakes all the time, but... oh well. That's just won us the game. Yeah, mill me. That's fine. And that's it. Wow. That was a very satisfying win against Kingsbane Rogue. Very satisfying win. Okay, so Malygos Druid and Jade Druid. Yeah, you saw my luck with Malygos Druid with my combo pieces being pulled out onto the board. You saw Faceless Manipulator, Malygos, and Kun being pulled onto the board there. Sadly, whenever I play Malygos Druid, some unfortunate shenanigans happen to me, and I struggle to make it to the end of the game where I can pull off my combo. When I play Jade Druid, I tend to have a little bit more luck. You saw against the Kingsbane Rogue, you saw that I had a very aggressive start, actually. I got very lucky with ramp, and I got very lucky with the cards that I was able to put down on the board to deal a significant amount of pressure. It doesn't always work out that way. It really doesn't. Sometimes you just end up with both UIs in your opening hand. Sometimes you don't start with any ramp at all, and in those instances the deck is way too slow and you just get decimated by aggro and mid-range. So is either of these decks a preferred deck for me at the moment in the current meta? A lot of people are playing combo druids. A lot of people, especially Togwaggle Druid, actually. I can't stand Togwaggle Druid. I really can't stand playing it, and I can't stand playing against it. I hate it. Sorry, that sounds really strong there. But last season, I had this whole series of games at rank 1 where I just went up against Togwaggle Druids. A non-stop stream of Togwaggle Druids, and it annoyed the hell out of me until I started playing Reno Lock and started wrecking them with Dirty Rat. But even then, given my luck, at least half or more of my games, Dirty Rat wouldn't pull a combo piece out, even if I'd waited until sort of near the end of the game, hoping, you know, that they'd played their other cards that were not combo pieces, their other minions. Yeah, I still got unlucky in certain instances with my Dirty Rats. So yeah, Togwaggle Druid is a deck that I just can't stand. But yeah, they are sort of everywhere on the ladder at the moment. So I don't know. Maybe I need to start playing decks that are not Reno decks and put in 2 Dirty Rats. Put in Death Lords just to annoy the hell out of them. Like what happened in my first game in this video. You know, Deathlord wrecked me. Bran Rat wrecked me. That's what I need to start doing. Double Deathlord, double Rat. Screw Reno. Who needs him? Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you guys all again very soon for more Wild Mode fun. In our next video, I'll be playing Katrina Hunter. So yes, with King Crush. And had some pretty cool King Crush lethals. I'm so happy that King Crush is sort of back in the meta and that people are giving him a try again. Just for the entrance effects, right? It's bloody awesome. So anyway, thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you guys all again very soon.